show me best. Ooh, I wanna give you love, show me best. That's if I can show me something, to show me best. I wanna give you love, baby, today. I'm ready to marry you, oh my God, ready to marry you. I want you to be my mind, be my Paco. Ready to marry you, oh my God, ready. I want you to be my mind, be my Paco, be my mind, be my Paco. Yeah, you got your clothes, that you're not supposed to be beautiful, close, yeah. Yeah, you got your clothes, that you're not supposed to be beautiful. I beg you, don't get me jump, but baby, let me be your man. Jump, but I beg you, don't get me jump, but let me love you to the end. Jump, but let me love you. I beg you, don't get me jump, but jump, but I beg you, don't get me jump, but yeah. Mr. F. And Pala Boy, yeah. King Jaffa, see you, Papa. Queen I, it's Pala Boy, yeah. Papa, baby, I want you to open your heart. Give me no ever send loving, I'm making it home and Papa get feeling the dream. That love, I'm falling like that, oh yeah, yes. And now I'm not getting on you, yeah. But man, the way I love you, sir. I'm on, I ever to talk, eh. Jerry, the way I'm feeling, baby.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say a big thank you for tuning in. Today is just another day. Welcome to your favorite podcast, Ashford, Garley Live, and we're live on Bridge Radio Africa.com, and we're also live on the social media and on our Bridge Radio page. And I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you. You've taken the time of the busy schedule just to form part of the program, and this is a good thing. You know, this is therapeutic, not only for Liberia, but for the people of Liberia and for Liberians living abroad as well, including you. You know, tonight we are going to continue our political soccer game between the 15 political subdivisions against societal ills. And if you can't hear me loud and clear, please indicate that so that I can amplify my voice. But I'm pretty sure you're getting me loud and clear. Very shortly, we're going to recognize a few folks who are already seated around the field, stadium wing, around VIP, and folks in VIP. But let me tell you something. The fact that we take time off out of our busy schedule to come on here to talk to you does not mean that we don't have anything else to do. We have families, and we have jobs, we have children. But our country is not headed in the right direction. I don't know how many of you listened to President George Weah yesterday. I know I had a hard time understanding what he was saying, but I got the hard copy of the speech. If you didn't get it, just inbox me and I will send it to you. And if you read some of the things that this man was saying, it will just make you think that he was on another planet. You know, George Weah is promising the Liberian people that in 2022 things are going to get better. Some of the things he said 2018 January 22nd. He said them yesterday. So if you think in your mind that George Weah will deliver on what he said yesterday in 2022, just wait for the 2029. That is if he's lucky to get re-elected. Joy Howard Tiller will not be his running mate. The people of Nima County that have been referred to as hooligans by George Weah will not support him. Because when your Minister of Youth and Sports comes out and calls Nima County, people from Nima County, hooligans, then we have a problem. And you know, I keep trying to tell folks that I am not a part of any political party. But the fact that Mr. Henry Petro Costa said that the COP is a pressure group to all of the young folks, my young brothers and sisters, we need to come out and support our young brethren. COP Diaspora will be having a convention in the next couple of months. If you need more info, please feel free to contact me. We're not going to play to that nonsense of the regular Liberian politics. No, we're not going to do that. Well, folks, brace yourselves, grab something to drink, and welcome to Ashford Garley Live. We have about 87 people watching right now. If you were to just share the video, invite a few folks, you will triple the number. In the meantime, some heard the name, whether good or bad. Some heard people talk about him, but you've gotten the opportunity tonight. If this is your first time tuning in, this is Ashford Garley, the brother who doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than a lion. That's why he's called the real giant. All right, let's have fun. Welcome to the show. Very shortly, we are going to play the national anthems for both countries. The national anthem for Liberia and the national anthem for Societal Ills. And Societal Ills will continue to go against Liberia because we have got to try to eradicate the problem of ills in society. And I really don't know what's going on. Whether these people, some of the technicians were just stupid, and when Ellen was president, then they had their stupidity. But then with George Weah came, they begin to expose their stupidity. You know, there are people who I thought were sound and smart. But with George Weah being president, they continue to show to the rest of the world, and some of us in the diaspora, that they are stupid, including the president. I said this before. I said if George Weah was in America, he would have been diagnosed with some type of mental disability. And people thought I was joking. This is a man who came to power in 2017. He was inaugurated in 2018, January 22nd. And he's still telling you the same thing. Don't look at the eloquence of my speeches. I'm an actual man. You will not be spectators in your own economy. Well, how can we be spectators? How can the Joe Blow from Liquidtown, the Paul Peters from Jalata go to SKB Sports Complex when he can't afford food to eat. Well, we have a long night tonight. Lone Star takes on societal ills. The 15 political subdivisions, which is the counties of Liberia, will represent Lone Star, and we have the ills in society. We will introduce some new players tonight, and one of the new players we have is Shake Your Mouth and Squeeze Your Face, aka King Juice. You know, every time you drink King Juice, you just squeeze your face because it's so hot. So shake your mouth and squeeze your face is one of the players tonight as we bring to you this all-powerful political segregate. Again, folks, I am coming to you from Detroit. It's about 35 degrees in Detroit. It's extremely cold here, but I'm in a very warm studio, and I'm looking good, smelling good, and thanks to Eloise for allowing me to use the bottom part of the home to run my things. All right, and again, let's have fun. Invite a few friends, and I'm about to check up the listing of those who have already arrived in VIP. I want to invite our sister and friend, the new addition to Bridge Radio, Letty Brooks Rabbit, to tell us what are you people saying around the field. In the meantime, folks, let's continue to have fun. Trust no shadow in the dark. 2 minutes to get an secret. I'm telling you, let's have fun.
I'll be giving me, don't give me jump butter. Yeah, bitch, you please don't give me la low. Jump butter, yeah. See, it's not supposed to be this way. See the way you not check out my hair. But I feel it for you, my way. You not check out my hair.
I believe we have Letty on the line. Letty, good afternoon, good evening, welcome to the show.
Good evening, thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm too blessed to be stressed, and want to say a big thanks to you for what you've done and continue to do, not only for Bridge Radio, but for Liberia and the people of Liberia, including those who find themselves in the diaspora. Again, hey, what do you have on your plate tonight? I know that we just have a few comments, and you're going to take a break for an hour because you have some prior engagement. But what we have you on here tonight, you know, what we introduced yesterday, Liberians were so impressed, and they are all tuning in. The like the addition of information coming from information highway, where we'll have real information coming in, because I can't see everything from where I commented again. So for those of you who found yourselves in the information highway, thankfully you will bring us the information as it unfolds. So what do we have right now?
Well, so far I'm at gate 1 and I see people are entering. We have Igwe Superwood who's watching, and we have Rufus Wilson says hello, the original giant. I have Abraham Sano. I'm watching from the UK, and I have Jerome Roberts. Hi, brother. I have Suzanne Andrews. She said hello. I'm here. Helen Flomo. Hi, everyone. I have Natalie Pritchett watching. We have Emmanuel. Share the video. We have Alvin Perry. He said to Naipa, I'm on time. And I have Igwe Superwood again say, and now you know me. I also have Makina Pico. Good morning, brother. Today is my birthday. Okay, you have to give her a shout out.
But then, let us in fact dedicate the entire show to Makana Pico. Again, Makana
Okay.
Pico, since you're celebrating your birthday today, we want to say congratulations. May God continue to bless you, and we all pray that you live to see many, many more happy, birthdays to come.
Okay. Well, I see Alvin Perry saying he's on his way to VIP, but I know you are the one who has the VIP list. I don't know, people can just join VIP, so we have to get that list so that we recognize our VIPs. They can't just, take VIP without permission.
But you know
And
that the VIP has restriction now. Those who come in, those who take time and go on the cash app and make that thing sound would be in VIP. But the other people then who just want to be the American themselves free, let them will just cut and then we'll have because they got VIP 1 and VIP 2. So the VIP
That's
one
correct.
who that just go look at their credit card and go in there and say, you know what, this man is doing such an awesome job, and the folks in Liberia, despite the difficulties, we have to find internet for them. So the VIP thing here, man, the people have got to think for themselves, because every time we sit down, that money will lose so. If I can take time off from the work, look at what you're doing. You're taking time off your job. You're sitting down to just educate our Liberian people. Then people just can't and just be freeloading. They can't even chip in, listen and say. And we're not asking for much. Anything that God lay your heart on.
That's right.
$20,
Every drop in the bucket makes a great ocean. Yes, I have the lady Eloise. She's here. She said she's just coming in. She was arranging her sepay with Vicky.
Okay.
Vicky, long life, unusual favor.
Okay.
The food she's selling today, not a broke, not for broke people. Okay, I hear you, sister. Not for broke, no sepay here tonight. So the food, apparently she didn't give me the menu yet, but she got good food coming. So we have James Wawion who says, we'll call my brother, James Akwe. We have Kou Blah. Slaw is watching with us. And we have Renee SK Nablu. And he says good morning from my end. I don't know what end that is, but good morning to you, sir. We have Elder James P. Blai Jr. Your voice is low, Mr. Giant, on his end. We have, of course, Miss Carmen Cooper. I think she's coming from Toronto, all the way from Canada. She's in the house. I know for a fact she's a VIP, and she usually, sells some stuff too. So for now, I have those people trending. We have, Carmen says, good evening, everyone. I just arrived. So just as we announced her, she's getting seated. Sarah Harris is watching from New Jersey. We have Eloise Garley again replying to herself. That's why I'm asking for sepay. We got to credit until they pay us. Oh, okay. I think they didn't get paid yet, so they're looking for sepay. So we'll get some sepay tonight. But let's see what's on our menu before we do that. Thank you, Mr. Garley.
And thank you so much. I've just made some type of adjustment. I hope my voice is a lot more audible now. Well, we'd like to recognize Mr. Mr. James Marshall. Thank you so much for your contribution. We also like to recognize Miss Pauline Maximo. Thanks for your contribution as well. Mr. Sanford Roberts from California. We'd like to say a big thanks to you for what you've done and continue to do. In terms of contribution, Letty Brooks Roberts, want to say a big thanks to you for your contribution as well. And we'd also like to say a big thanks to Alberto Dobo, aka Musu. Musu Day, thanks for your contribution as well. And we'd like to say a big thanks to our sister, Cyril Way. Thanks for your contribution as well. Again, Mr. James Eric Marshall. Want to say a big thanks to you, Mr. Darling Warwood. Thanks for your contribution as well. And our big sister, we're looking around in VIP to find out what we can find her. NP, thanks for your contribution as well. And these are people that take time out to go to the cash app and say, you know what, the thing they brought going, you need some type of compensation, to keep the internet on, to keep the radio station going, because he's live on BridgeRadioAfrica.com and all these things. We pay bills here in America. Lamas Shepherd is also on here. We'll listen to a big thank you to Lamas Shepherd for the contribution. Mr. Jerome Jai, I can thank you. For because not only did you made some cash donation, but you always behind the scenes and letting the world know as to what we go through and how you can help in your own area. Edna Yates, Abraham Sanon, Beatrix Nimna, the Liberian people say Beatrix, but in America they say Beatrix. Beatrice Neiman, want to say a big thanks to you for all you've done to just keep us on the air. And very shortly, we are going to bring you the lineups for both countries, Liberia and Societal Ills. But before we do that, we will also bring you the national anthem for both countries, the national anthem for Liberia and the national anthem for Societal Ills. But at the same time, we still haven't gotten the word from our man Habiba Clinton in Liberia. We want to revisit information highway where Lady Brooks is standing by to see if she has anything to give to us. In the meantime, folks, if you just want to share the video, and because if this is your first time yet, what you can do is share the video so that subsequently when we come, we get that instant notification.
Okay. Yes, I have Ambassador Green said he's waiting for Theophilus Jibe, where he's asking him where is he, because he's sitting in VIP. I don't know if he's in VIP 1 or VIP 2. That's a question for you, Mr.
Who was that person now?
His name is Ambassador Greaves. He said he's waiting for Theophilus in VIP. He already said he in VIP and he's waiting for Theophilus. So we will get clarity.
And you know how the cash action works when you own.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We have Ms. Brian G. Freeman watching. We have Theophilus who's replying to Ambassador Greaves. I'm sitting near the scoreboard, my bro. So he's near the scoreboard by the referees over there. I think that's what he's sitting. I think he's trying to look for some yaka pepper soup too. So we have the cash app number which has been posted by our own sister Agnes Bestman. Thank you, Sister Agnes. The number is 303-408.
Not 303, 3130.
Okay, then she put it there wrong.
Okay, but I just posted the real number. It's 313.
Okay.
313-408-8396.
Awesome. It's at the bottom. Thank you, Sister Agnes, though, for the effort. And I'm glad I caught that. So please, sorry, Yata said, please excuse her. She's asking somebody to excuse her from her seat because she don't want any trouble tonight. So whoever is in Mrs. Yata's seat, please remove yourself.
And Lexi, I also heard that some people were trying to bring the gasoline to sell. Okay, Now for some reason they decided to stay home because the people at the free port were supposed to do something with the gasoline business, not do something with the gasoline business because the ships are already there. But when it comes to the cause, dredging.
Okay.
The port has not been dredged, and the ships would not berth if they don't dredge the port. But we're hearing now that our president, the man really money, but no. Now the man he called Bakuba Jr., who is built to our aka Gorilla Foster Child. every time he gets some money, he give it to George Weah. So, as a result of the port not being dredged, we have gasoline shortage, and some people are selling gasoline tonight on the field, and because they increase the price, so the people are saying, "Oh, they did it on purpose." How will you do that on purpose? We just heard that in Ganta, Nima County, they were blocking the roads earlier today, that no car passing because they can't get gas. In Grand Bassa, no car passing because they can't get gas. And hey, something happening here. I said, Letty.
Yeah.
They cash out here. I just made sound. Let me see who just made sound with the cash out for the name. Who get into where?
Okay. While you check on that, I will just read a few more comments.
Yeah, go ahead. Read a few comments as we check on this. Yeah.
Okay. Lavette Miller, she said, "Good evening, everyone." And we have Moses Madison. "I'm very late tonight." We have Matilda Worry. She said, "Hi, Brother Garley." I have Estella Logan. "Hello, watching from Spain. Who all will play tonight?" So she's waiting to hear the lineup. We also have Markennen Pico again. Is that a female name? Yeah, Markennen Pico. "Thanks, brother. Stay blessed." And that's what I have. If you're ready to give us the lineup, Gate 3 is closed tonight, according to Mika Year. I don't know what happened there. I have to go around there to find out what happened at Gate 3 and why is it closed.
Okay.
Nola Dennis is watching.
So we will first, as always, do the national anthems for both countries. But we first want to acknowledge our brother Theo. Theo, thank you for your contribution in visiting the Cash App. His nickname is Jibwe, and our man Theo.
Okay.
We want to appreciate you for that. And we're hoping that others can emulate your good examples in terms of contributing to this cause, because this year it's not just about us; it's about Liberia and Liberian people, and for people like Sis Letty Brooks, who is already established, and because of the love of country, she has taken up the time to volunteer and in reading out the comments of the people and joining the organization here at Breach Radio. That's a good thing. But folks, with that said, let us now take a listen to the national anthem of the Strangers. And that's the national anthem of Societal Ills. And after which, we'll take a listen to the national anthem of Liberia. For the meantime, folks, brace yourselves, and so that we can together have a great time here tonight.
When I tell you what you said, and you see that guy living up, that's why because you not get no job, telling people how she had enough, but no log as more. All the trust are the force of the critics. The only thing we see that wretches, they have to talking how the China plenty, then I work on a lawyer were bringing for 250 for iron, so 2 vita can you go pepper soup, the gas fire away and money code. What proper?
And that's the national anthem for the Strangers, Societal Ills. Would not go to take a listen to the national anthem of the Republic of Liberia.
I'm at the party. I am at the party. I am at the party. I am at the party. Both the way, both the way, both the way. Hoorah, 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 hoorah. I am a joy, yeah.
And that's the national anthem of the Republic of Liberia, folks. I'm telling you, it's now time for a real political soccer game between the Liberia national team, the Lone Star, and Society Hills. Brace yourselves, get something to drink, get the popcorn rolling as we entertain you right now with Diblo, Niblala. I would like to welcome in VIP 1 very special recognition to Mr. Emmanuel Degula. He just visited Cash App. Emmanuel Degula is in VIP 1, and folks, give him a standing ovation. A big thanks to you, my brother. We appreciate you. May God bless you and continue to bless you. Oh, man. It's time to bring you the lineup for both teams. Share the video, folks, as we get ready for this all-important political soccer game. We've got some new players on the field tonight, and just before we do this, I'm pretty sure Lexi Brooks Roberts has something to say. Lexi, are you there? Go ahead, say something.
Yes. I'm here. I see there are a few people that are coming, but they have issues with gas, as you just spoke of the shortage in Ganta. I see Bradford Brown. I'm coming, but I am looking for gas. Stadium, no gas. I'm looking for gas station, no gas. My car broke down. Oh my God, we gotta call somebody to help her out. And then we have Oliver Kula watching the program from Tampa, Florida. I guess going for the Super Bowl or something in Florida. Oh wow. We have Miss Eloise Garley replying to Matilda about the gas issue, how much. And we have Raphael Alvin Tawo. VIP gate closed tonight. I can't see the gate numbers. We have Musu Snetter. I'm in Grand Bassa, no gas for me to come to town. So we have few people stuck. And we have Matilda Williams paying $100 for a bowl of gas. Wow. A bowl? That's a little expensive.
Wow.
And then we have Lavette Miller. How will I get to the stadium when all of the gas stations in my area are out of it? Someone please give me a lift.
Wow.
The place too far to walk. By the time I get there, the game will be over. Oven. O-V-E-N.
Yeah. That classic deal you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. I think I have one person so far that's selling boiled nuts, and she says they're free of charge. And that's, I didn't get her name. It passed already. I'm sorry, but we have boiled nuts. I have to find out the name of that person that's selling, giving away free nuts. So please stay tuned as we get our lineup. Thank you.
It's time for the lineup, folks. Congratulations to Makana Pico as we celebrate the birthday today. Jimmy Jocko is in the building. Boss T. Hennig is also in the building. Natalie Pritchard is in the building as well. And for the strangers, we have robbery. We also have sex for passing grades. Oh, man. Witch hunt. provocation, suppression, insurrection, retaliation, statutory rapist, murder, secret offenses, me, myself, and I. George here wants everything for himself. Hypocrisy. Two men secret, they're not secret. We are Ebola, drugs abuse, shaking table ministry, and the minister is shallow rabbits. She will be on the field tonight. Then we have hard time, unemployment, drunkard, aka Von Von. We also have budget shortfall. We have boring initiatives. You know, George Weah can go to the World Bank, steals from the World Bank, and tell the people that he borrowed it. And he also goes to our international partners, take money from them, and then he said, "I may say I'll put it back." Money laundering, police brutality, wasteful spending, sex trafficking. I don't like to read from the teleprompter. Leprosy baboon, lies, gorilla foster child, Koshiako, Papa dream mama happy, Opion King Kong, B-hole cover hole. Oh man. Huh? Hello? Yes. Hello? Yes, sir. The game starts. The call will start at halftime. Right now, the game on here. We'll call you back. All right. Yeah, to do so no smoke. I hope that I am a little bit louder. Then for the Labrador national team, we also have one counter. Vomit, Nima, Grand Crew, Grand Jitty, Lofa County, Mark Gibby, Sino, Grand Cape County, Grand Bassa, Nosferatu. Oh man, Maryland, Mapulu, River G, River Sense. That's what I'm telling you. And players having societal ills will also have statutory rapists, dictatorship, hooligans, human rights abuse, wasteful spending, shake your mouth and squeeze your face. You know when the people says shake your mouth and squeeze your face, you know what that means? Shake your mouth and squeeze your face, aka King Juice. When you're drinking juice, ain't a fine day. The both people say squeeze your face. So shake your mouth and squeeze your face, aka King Juice. Don't have Boyo, false promises, tribalism, bush school, nepotism, hard time, unemployment, border wide open, $5 to cross the border, $10 to cross the border. George Weah can pay the individual at the border control area. So right now everybody's just paying themselves. You know, they will also have sex for passing grades. You know, when you go to school and when you're not up there in terms of learning, then you get those sex, then they will pass you. So they say sex for passing grades now is one of the players now for societal ills to not on the field of play. They will have selective justice, abuse of power, retaliation. Please give him more time. Please give him more time to steal. Please give him more time to make the Liberian people poor. That's what George Weah is talking to people now. If they're not using the now. They will have Market Web Baboon Draw. We also have what is good for John is also good for Paul. And folks, I'm telling you, we are not going to bring you the officials. Last band number 1 is the Senate. Last band number 2 is the House of Representatives. The referee is the Supreme Court of Liberia. but the master missioner is the U.S. Embassy. You be the joy talks as we get ready for this all-important political soccer game. Do not enjoy this game with yourself. What you need to do right now is invite the more, invite the people, so that we can all together enjoy this game. But in the meantime, we want to go back to information highway where our sister is standing back to see where you can find the food, because when we go to halftime, you don't have to be rushing all over the place. You can go to gate number 1, gate number 2, whether gate number 1 selling or issue, and gate number 5 selling King Juice. You know where to find something. So we allow our sister to come in and tell her where to find what. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, so we have some boiled nuts free of charge. You can find that at gate 1. And we have PN Joe is selling. She came with some Kool-Aid. She got some good Kool-Aid. She's inviting everybody to come. Vida Donna has Coca-Cola. She didn't say what gate she has it, but I was around 4 and 5, so you can check out 4 and 5 for some Coca-Cola. And I also have Mike Kolokopa Sandy sitting at gate 9. I don't know why he said nowhere that he needs to come inside for the game. The game about to start. I see Carmen Cooper. She's really enjoying our president dancing this music. So you need to play that music louder. Anything he hear, anything he likes, that's what he would put his money to.
I know.
So please play that music. He likes it.
Okay.
And I see Thomas Cool. So he's in VIP already. And Mike Kolokopa, okay, he answered my question. He's at gate 9. So anybody who wants to find Mike, go to gate 9. Please pay the money to Diane Cover if you're looking for ice cream. Somebody said, Kool-Aid. She's selling it. She's taking the money.
Okay.
We have Pauline Maxine Moore. She said, thank God you reached safe. For those who somebody broke down and they're on the field now. So she's thankful for that.
Wow.
PMP Joe is also happy. Still advertising the Kool-Aid. So Kool-Aid is a popular thing right now. No pig feet and chicken feet gravy tonight.
But let's see.
That's what Levette Miller said.
Let's see. Lamans Shapper is asking a question. If you're looking for something to call Rock Your Jaw, you must contact him. So they got something there to call it Rock Your Jaw.
Oh yeah, I think I passed him or he fired down. I see it, but okay, Rock Your Jaw, may a must free. I know that thing. Okay. So come on, Lavette, got it here. Come on. Nimba all the way. Hawa, Yummy, Moses, Nimba County got gas. So those of you who broken down, I don't know how far you are from Nimba, but you need to come. Nimba got gas, Grand Crew, and she said, y'all please send Grand Crew for it. We want them use it to drive their trophy home. So if you need gas, send Grand Crew to Nimba County to come get the gas to drive them home. She's at gate 18 for more information.
And Thomas Correa is also saying multi-barrel draw buckets. Joka Wilson is on the field calling decent citizen hooligans. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that. Oh, that's it. That's the only thing about some of the things they're going too fast. I had somebody had GB at gate 7. I'm so busy looking for food. I'm missing some of the things. At gate 9 with Coca-Cola, that's Vida again. Yeah, I got dry rice at gate 5 and meat pie. Two donuts too. Donuts too. So that's Becky, long life, unusual flavor. She got dry rice at gate 5, meat pie, and donuts too.
And I don't know if you noticed, because Mrs. Beatrice Smith, she's already seated in VIP number 1, but she told the people to provide the drinks for us who are doing the commentary. That includes you, Habiba, and myself. She brought a cooler, and just the cooler has cold beverages And we are just going to have a ball. A big thanks to our lovely sister, our big sister, Mrs. Beatrice Smith. Thanks for the contribution. We love you. May God continue to bless you. And few more comments or few more reading, then we can go to the field of play and begin this game.
Okay, Lord bless son Robert said he got money Garley barbecue.
Garley barbecue, that the issue now. They got dog barbecue there too. Yeah, that's the issue.
But they think after the meal.
Yeah, and Matilda Williams got GB. I get 7.
Yes, I think I announced that. And then Catherine said the tiny then just the tiny I just did what? To be on time. Oh, they made her late. She because they all the feet playing tonight.
But we want Howard Mesgirl to confirm this. That Terry Quiet has been attacked. They're telling her say she got, because she own a gas station. They're telling her say she got a gas station, but she refusing to sell the gas because she want to sell the gas $1,500 or $2,000 when the gas should be sold at $600. So Howard, please find out from Terry Quiet whether they're still harassing her, because Terry Quiet is saying she doesn't have gas and she's not having gas. I don't know what you know so far, Letty.
Yeah, Howard is saying that no, I didn't see that. She said the LMP coming sees your market, or she's telling somebody she wanted somebody, she's an advocate, so she's telling somebody that it will seize her market, hope she pay her market dues. And Celia asked if anybody wants some of her Hennessy. So, they think are getting serious here.
And Vida Donald is saying, Kitty Willie, and Mommy put the paper there. I get 9. Did you see that?
Yes.
And Fahan P and Joe got Kool-Aid around VIP.
Yes.
Okay.
Kool-Aid got some Kool-Aid at Costa Cola.
Okay.
Vida Duncan.
I know.
So thank you. Those are the comments that are trending right now.
I know you got some emergency, but let us start again and we'll talk to you before you leave. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. The ball is now in the middle of the field, folks. I'm telling you. This afternoon at the SKB Sports Complex in Painesville, where the Lone Star of Liberia takes on Societal Hills. The kick has been taken. Welcome to D-Ho Cover Hole. D-Ho Cover Hole. Big Show and puts it to the tournament. Welcome to Opion King Kong. Opion King Kong to Wetty Blackheart. Wetty Blackheart to Papa Dream Mama Happy. Papa Dream Mama Happy puts it up for the tournament. Welcome to Lies. Lies to dictatorship. Dictatorship to false promises. Onto wishful hunt. Wishful spending. Wishful spending looks around to sex trafficking. Sex trafficking to police brutality. Police brutality to the money laundering. Money laundering to borrowing initiative onto weaponization. What comes to this team mode? Both down to steel. Both down to steel to only woman. Only down to hard down to shaking table ministry. Shaking table ministry. Headed by Shallow Roberts. She doesn't want to call you, but she knows your sickness. She just abuses, she not sound. Still trying to evaluate her. Shaking table ministry. AKA Shallow Roberts. These one puts on the table, the bottom of Dr. B. Dr. B is a Weabola. So when I look around, these one puts on the table, the bottom to even two of us. Two men secret, and I'm secret, the bottom of hypocrisy onto me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and out to sequence the murder. Better to statutory rapist. Statutory the retaliation onto insurrection, the bottom to provocation, to suppression. To witch hunt. Witch hunt, be strong and put on the table. Oh, man. Welcome to Monkey Web of Draw, Monkey Web of Boyo looks around to country look alike. Liberia can never be a country. Liberia is just like a country look alike. How can Liberia be a country? When the president does not know what he's doing. Who we thought were smart people, by the time they rough shit up with the president, they all become stupid. Stupid people in our country. Then the ball comes to border wide open. $5 to cross the border. $10 to cross the border. Ain't no more than win. Roswell can pay his people. Roswell is all about himself. The ball comes to the future. The People come to J. Approche. The people come to the football game now. Then when they see some females that they met before, they act reminding them. The last time you say you're going to give me your number, how I Mesga. The last time you say you're going to give me your number, you didn't give me your number. I see you here on the football field. When you give me your number now, Terry Queer, you were supposed to give me a number. You didn't give me a number. So J. Approche on the field. They welcome to J. Approche. J. Approche beats women to death squad. Death squad about to J. Approche. J. Approche the incompetent 14 about to J. Approche. That's a guy who can J. Approach. They got wealth there home. They got with me at home. But they say they can't see found women. J. Approche beats women to shake from the waist below. Shake from the waist below about to J. Approche. Onto sex for job. Sex for job to Marcus on the back. Onto Hank Marcus about to J. Approche. J. Approche looks around to thread on the needle. Thread on the needle to presidential brown envelope. Presidential brown envelope back to J. Approche onto Johnny Tearford. Johnny Tearford looks around to which the turn to my time to steal. Please give me more time to steal. The ball comes to a sex for passing grade. Oh man. Sex for passing grade loses the ball to J. Approche. J. Approche also loses the ball to Bombing. Bombing to Bong County. Bong County to Grand Jita to Bong. Bong to Grand Crew. Grand Crew to Lofa County onto Margibi. Margibi to Sando County onto Grand Cape Mount County. Grand Cape Mount County to Grand Bassa onto Monserrato. Monserrato picks one and puts it in the ball to Maryland. Then the back onto River James to Riverside. Riverside doesn't make it. The ball comes back to Margibi. Oh man. J. Approche gets a better hand. Yeah, put your loose in the ball to shake your mouth and squeeze your face, aka King Jules. And I'm pretty sure Steven Johnson can relate. Shake your mouth and squeeze your face. Or you're not drinking the King, then you find your face. You probably shake your mouth and squeeze your face. Shake your mouth and squeeze your face to live to Hooligan. Hooligan looks around to human rights abuse on the wishful spending. Wishful spending to Bradbury. Bradbury to shake your mouth and squeeze your face. Squeeze your mouth and squeeze your face to Wish Hunt. Wish Hunt to Boyo. Where's the fourth person on the Trouble Listen? Trouble Listen, please don't put it to the boy count to heart on the nepotism. Nepotism to unemployment to put a wire open. Put a wire open to sex for passing grade. If you make it, he does that. Sex for passing grade loses the ball to uncounted. And I asked my professional colleague, Douglas Fangalo, if I could use some of the narrative we had last night. George Weah wants to fight corruption. And Douglas Fangalo had a few questions for George Weah. President Weah, you sure you want to fight corruption? When you collect money in the name of the country and don't deliver that money, as Mulba Balu said, how can you fight corruption? When you ask investors for hefty sums of money before signing and awarding them government contracts, how can you fight corruption? When you inflict the sum of projects that a different goes to your account, how can you fight corruption? When you appoint officials of government based on friendship and travel line, irrespective of their being unqualified, how can you fight corruption? When you purchase a $30 million private jet and fly all over the world, jet dancing, partying, hero cover hole, and not reporting anything to the Liberian people, how can you fight corruption? When you get yourself results and estates and cannot show the Liberian people your bank accounts where the money was withdrawn to construct those projects, how can you fight corruption? When you convert your poor friends, spouses, without any remorse of conscience, how can you fight corruption? When you bribe market officials to award your council, a simple tournament meant for unity and amusement of the citizenry. How can you fight corruption, Mr. George Ware? When you drive expensive limousines, spend thousands of dollars on clothing. When Librarians are jobless and cannot take pay for more than 6 months, how can you fight corruption? Before coming to the presidency, you should have told us how much money you had. After becoming president, you should have also informed us about how much money you have got. Because you didn't, and you started living a lavish lifestyle and have the right to accuse you of stealing our money. Yes, that's corruption. That's corruption too, Mr. President. Mr. President, don't expect us to a song. Tell us, and the list goes on. Compliments of Douglas Fangalo. And they say in Liberia, according to Douglas, we have a Bible. The fish gets rotten from the head. And if the head can be so unremorseful and corrupt that this, since he took office, every one of the government officials will follow suit. You cannot ask a thief to rehabilitate another thief. If you want to fight corruption, you must be willing to change, and the officials will follow suit. Our 16 billion, 25 million, all of them inside to us. Reconciliation and olive branch. You cannot extend at the hand of reconciliation to members of the opposition. Why have you seen the pulpit to insult them? Past leaders of Liberia, call chiefs and others to give suggestions how to unify the country. They call the members of the opposition to ask for their bills. For you, Mr. President, if you don't kiss ass or kiss his feet, nothing will be in there for you. You will not even speak to them. That's not reconciliation, Mr. President. You can't speak to your old friends then. You and your vice president can't even speak. You will have to beg the vice president to go just for the inauguration, just for your Android message. My advice to you, according to Dr. Fanga, look at yourself and change for the better. Your administration will be a success. If you don't, you will read the Holy Bible and encyclopedia. Nothing will change. And then he went for the honorable Mr. President, your servant in Fokulikon Church would have had a better substance than that speech, that two-hour speech. Then you suck it in. Nothing in it we haven't heard before. We are still at the starting line. Let us go back to the around the field. I'm pretty sure Habiba is here. If he's not, then I will give it to Letty Brooks to say something. Habiba, are you here? Okay, Letty.
Yes.
Okay, I know you're about to leave me just a little bit. I want you to come in and see what you have for us before we go back to the field of play. Right now, no score to either side. No score to Liberia and no score to Society Hills. You may speak.
Okay. At Matilda Williams says she has GB at gate 7. So anybody looking for GB tonight, come to gate 7. I have Verdell Campbell. I'm here watching on radio because no gas in my car. So Verdell cannot make it to the stadium. I'm at gate 6 selling Claire Weir 85 million weeks. Oh, I said they're selling weekend. Oh, I thought I was so full on this here tonight.
They're selling opium too?
No, Claire Weir 85 million weeks. 85 million weeks.
Oh wow! Okay, it's that week. I said they
and then we have Billy Dunbar watching from Dallas, Texas. Matilda Williams. I have the GB to get 7. Diamond Cooper Yeke Ice Cream is here at 2 for 5. She's at gate 2. Then,
What funny?
Oh, okay, because I'm getting a feedback. I'm hearing you.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I have Kool-Aid, please. That's Tina Joe. And we have Celia Ajibon who won. Oh, I already read that. Anybody who wants some Hennessy, yeah. And how I say,
Celia Ajibon got Hennessy there too?
oh, and I eat it, yeah.
And they said, come on, so got some kids meat and gravy with hot dog. I get
Yeah.
5. I don't know how to eat a kids meat with hot dog.
We have Kool-Aid around the VIP for Hawa. Somebody's inviting her if you want some. My people, you're sorry, oh, no gas. So Terry quick can come because no gas in her father's car.
Wow.
At Gate 6, we are selling. At Gate 6, we are selling Yanni. Listen to the Yanni Booker fish with Gary. What? Garish Yucca.
Yeah, Gary Yucca.
Gary Yucca. Okay,
Yeah, we ate that before. Yeah, don't
oh, okay.
yeah.
I have to try as soon as I finish reporting, I get me a plate. Then Celia Ajibon, I told you no cash. Only we cannot cash checks at CBL, so she got to take cash only for her Hennessy. And I'm Bradford Brown. I'm trying to see arguments at Gate 10 for chicken wings gravy.
So I think cacao skin gravy too. The cacao skin gravy there?
Yes, we have that.
Now, what do you know? They say Habiba going to buy gas. Is that true?
Yeah, I believe it because
Tell you to find Terry quiet. They say she can hide gas there.
When I spoke to him today, he was at the what was it? He was at that Lapa Pido looking for some okra soup.
What they call Lapa Pido?
Yeah, huh?
What they call Lapa Pido?
Oh, Lapa Pido at a cold shop because he couldn't afford to come to the restaurant with me. I told him I'll meet up with him later.
Oh wow.
And how I messed up, I said, tango, don't allow, I said, winter, and the 7 drops in, please.
Wow.
Yeah. And Abraham Sano, he said he wants GB now. So you got to come to Gate 7, Abraham.
They said somebody stole 400 pairs of shoes from Classic D. He was getting ready to go to Liberia. And he accusing Francis Doe and Pazawiye. And we're trying to call Classic G to substantiate his claim. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, no, I heard that rumor, but I haven't confirmed it because for me, watching that marathon, he got sincere butt, so I'll be embarrassed to look.
But all the money he said, Joe, we are training. Why you be wearing sincere butt?
My dear, that's also talk. So anyway, Amos Nima, he said, here I come, Peter. Long time no see or heard from. I'm glad to see you tonight. So the people, they quoting in the corner and all, they do all kinds of things.
Eloise Salim Garley said she rolled her bike to the field. No gas.
For you?
For her Jeep, yeah. She got one of those expensive Jeep. And you can't get for any kind of gas. It's a night. You can't put 87 or 89 inside. You got to put the 2 inside. And with it, gas been giving her, and so she decided to get right back. What she just said.
Okay, Steve Bole is here, and how I want to know if Bonbon is playing tonight.
Bonbon on the field already, and we're going to be talking to Steve Bole. And I don't know if you heard, but when George Weah spoke yesterday, the CPP came and responded to his speech through Alexander Cummings. And Steve Bole would say something that they have to analyze the speech from Alexander Cummings and the CPP.
Okay. Somebody said they can't hear you too. I don't know. They can't hear him too. I don't know what they can hear.
Don't tell me I'm talking for nothing. You can hear me now?
Well, I think they're talking about Classic D. Maybe they didn't see him for a long time.
I hope you can hear me. Because don't tell me all the talking I've been talking for nothing. Give me thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear me talk?
No, I think they were talking about Classic D. They're not hearing him now.
Yeah,
but Favor Highland says she's selling bamboo.
I see Big
Bamboo
Brother George
soup
came on.
with GB.
VIP as always. And Eloise salute Garley the same. We can hear you. Okay, let's see if you have to take a break to get something to drink. I don't know if you're drinking. Shake your mouth and squeeze your face. If you want to take that break, then we will. But in the meantime, you.
No, before I leave, I just want you to know I'm sending some Soiree Yakas got some cow skin tabagi.
Okay.
It's just a rush, so I'm sending it to VIP for you. It's free.
Okay.
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 Yeah. So all the
Soiree
VIP
Yakas, just talk about her, the cow skin tabagi, right? Just a wrap. Please listen, yeah. I haven't eaten tabagi in a lot. Eloise, yeah, cooking all kind of quick food. Then I want to eat her there. Yeah. Sometimes
enjoy the
you gotta
game.
chew the food,
let me
you know.
grab me a little bit of tabagi for it's finished because you know sometimes you be selling and reporting you forget yourself.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you in a few.
All right. Talk to the free to play the ball counter Ungrateful Cobra. Ungrateful Cobra to pay me where. Pay me where. Based on the time that welcome to corruption. Corruption looks around to the whole cover hole. The whole cover hole to Opium King Kong. Opium King Kong looks around to White Tea Black Heart. White Tea Black Heart to Cialet on the Viagra. Somebody this on again now. Imagine Dugala. Dugala, he now visit the cash. I let that sign. You know, I just had the cash I can sign. Yeah, and if you're in VIP, the question to spend money, you might not spend some money Jenna again. Welcome to Baby We are to my dream of my happy. My dream to go rid of foster child. Go rid of foster to let us say back. Go rid of foster child. You'll be there. I see I'll call the volume off because the cat are just shaking. Working the wasteful spending. Wasteful the political charity. What is it out to the money lottery? Money lottery looks around. This one put to the timber. The book on the borrowing initiative. Borrowing initiative to womenization. Womenization to drunker, aka Fonfon. Fonfon beats one and put to the timber. The book comes back to Fonfon. Fonfon to unemployment. Unemployment looks around to shake your jaw, shake your mouth, squeeze your face, shake your mouth, squeeze your face back to Fonfon. Fonfon to hard down to unemployment, onto shaking table ministry, shaking table ministry to shake from the way below, the back to drugs abuse, onto we Ebola to 2 men secret, they're not secret. 2 men secret, they're not secret, the back down to hypocrisy, onto me, myself, and I. George, we want everything for himself. How can you lead a country like this? When you come to power stealing, and you can't. At the second, annual message and lie to the people. You know, when you're giving annual messages, you have to tell the people what you did the year before and the year to come. But George did not do that. George was telling you the same thing he said to you when he took over as president in 2018, January 22nd. Oh, don't look for the eloquence of my speeches. You will not be spectators in your own economy. But the people right now, they can't even afford to go to the field. You know how many people sat at home that couldn't afford battery just to listen to the radio when the country were playing? And celebrating this afternoon, Marking the Pico, congratulations as you celebrate the birthday. Back to the field of play, the ball comes to statutory rapid. Statutory rapid react retaliation onto insurrection. The ball comes to provocation, the witch hunt. Witch hunt looks around to Monkey Web Baboon Draw. Monkey Web Baboon Draw to Puyo. Puyo looks around to country local light. Library is not a country. Library is just a country local light. Because there will be no country that can allocate. Look at people blocking the road in Kanta. They put tire on the road. They're pointing the tire and they say nobody can park because the gas not there. In Buchanan, they block the road again. They said no car parking because we didn't get gas. You know what the president did? The president told Gorilla Foster Child, the managing director of the NPA, that the money was supposed to use to direct the port. Bring that money to me. Let me bring Jackie up here. Let me bring her brother in to play for Grand Crew. Thomas appear now, that Bremen now. Thomas appear, Jackie appear. In a brother and sister. Then the man that he got no integrity. Zoka Wilson. More than proof of Nimba hooligans. Nimba people, you're listening, yo. They now suspend you for 2 years. They suspend your coach for 2 years. They suspend your team manager for 2 years. 2 years for them, that'll be 2023. They'll be coming again for Nima Kanye to vote for the criminal George Weah.
Joy Howard Taylor is already confirmed that she will not be on the ticket with George Weah. So if you got Joy Howard Taylor to get an MPP vote, the people from Lofa and Bong will not be on your side. And if the people from Nima are not on your side, how can you win election? And then when I tell the people, say, because me a crown man, but it doesn't mean that I should follow the stupid crown people. I don't know what Joy Weah do for grandchildren, but the crown people get there. You know how when you put a hair in from where you put a foot in from, the men that used to call Pepe Weah. Bullshit up. His son, he got a call of Serena Seaford. That man started talking for the first time when he was 12 years old. You know, put a hair in from where you put a foot. The man is a child cooker. So the one who's everything, you know, that funny jump again. They now fun. That's the pick up with the bottom of the bump. Bump comes to look around, pick up with the best ball comes to a deal, hook up a hole, bump to Grand Jida to Grand Crew. Grand Crew to Lupa County. Lupa County to Makimi to Sando County, come to Grand Cape Makane, the ball comes to Grand Bassa. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going deep in the half of the field, but Grand Bassa to Monserrado. Monserrado do say ball towards the hole, come a hole. D-Ho come over to murder to me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I, to between two of us. Between me and you, two people secret and not secret. The fuck of the hypocrisy onto me, myself, and I. That's the hypocrisy to murder. Murder to statutory rebel onto retaliation, to insurrection. Back to me, myself, and I. Ladies and gentlemen, to monkey when my moon draw onto for you. When your peaceful mental, shaking to a ministry. Shaking to a ministry to unemployment, onto drunkard, aka Vovon. From one to rehabilitation, onto Vovon. From one back to View, come home, back to Vovon. From one moving deep in the heart of the field. Vovon, from one to shit for the west below, back to Vovon. Ladies and gentlemen, God number one for societal ill. Go coming from the leg of Vovon. True and assist. Shaking. Shake from the waist below. One go to societal ill and nothing to Liberia. And folks, I'm telling you, that's how we come to the end of the first half. Liberia 0, societal ills 1. Go coming from the leg of Vovon. Yeah. AKA alcoholism. So we are going to open the telephone lines now. You know, the CCP spoke today. And we have our political analyst, AKA Forces, to come and analyze the speech. After we can then open up this time to the rest of the we will recognize the responses. Those who want to step up and that's what we're going to do. But I think we have this caller on the line. Hello, caller. Hello. You're live on the radio. Tell us your name and where you call from.
I'm calling from Minnesota. My name is Franklin Malia.
Okay, go ahead, make your point.
Yeah, my point, I just want to say like better. The Malian, yeah, I'm not stupid. Zoka with me, Zoka with me, understand that the Malian are stupid. You suspend off. I'm from Bombay country. I'm from Nima country. But you suspend off. Time indefinite for 2023. We should go back. No champion will go through. That road is very, I think we'll cross it over. But we'll show you sand and pepper. The Malian will show you sand. We'll show you sand. We don't joking. We'll play and we'll send the back. We'll cry forever. We'll go down in the grave. We just do it for lifetime. We'll show you sand.
Wow.
Contribution in life. I'm telling you, we don't play fun. We're not joking. If I don't like a joke, you want to play joke on it. You bring people to bribe, you bribe it with revelry. You say, oh, this is a thing. It's a cartel league.
But the man told Zoka wishing to call you people hooligans. You know what I mean when you call peaceful Liberian hooligans?
And what shows Zoka was that he saw weed, the tater, he smoked weed, he smoked weed. You are in America, you are smoking weed. He went to the library, he said smoking weed. He's an editor, he said smoking weed. Here job we are. So me making understand. So if he say, oh, the man that hooligan will show the job we are here, you pop it. We will show to him. The man was saying we are pop.
But George Weah is saying that you're talking for nothing. You will still vote for him because
so?
the way he's saying.
So? You think so?
Oh,
right. Watch and see. Watch and see, Mr. Garley. Watch and see.
Wow.
Watch and see. Watch and see. Nobody not stupid. If people get revenge in a way that it will shake your skin, it will go down to your soul for life and heaven. I'm telling you, watch and see. Silent, it means concern. They walk on the feet, it means silent concern. They're done with you. They're done with you.
Wow.
Silent means concern. They walk with you and they're done with you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the game. We're at halftime now. And thanks for calling.
Okay.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we want to invite the political strategist, Mr. Steve Bolland, aka Moses, from the comfort of his home in Arizona, Phoenix. Mr. Bolland, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Garley. Thanks to the Liberian people for tuning in. Like I've always said, and I will continue to say, all the mumbo jumbo going on in Liberia, with all of that, the Liberian people are the most important people on the face of the earth, and that's one of the facts. Another fact I like to point out is the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on planet Earth. Again, that's another fact. Whether you are a sedition or you are from the opposition, it doesn't make a difference. Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. Thank you, Mr. Garley. Okay.
Well, you just heard earlier today from the opposition, the CPP, that is the collaborating political parties, through Mr. Alexander comments, where he disagreed for the most part with the speech of President Weah. What is your thing after listening to the speech? I know you have your analysis, but before then, I want to recognize one of our patrons, Mr. James Eric Marshall, a hardworking man. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Garley. You know, that's a very good question. Let me start out with the CPP itself. I like to start by saying to the Liberian people that the CPP needs to do more. The CPP knows better, and the CPP should do better. What am I trying to say? Just before I dive into the speech here, to be able to dissect that speech a little bit. The CPP must understand that optics is very important. What people see is very important. I was disappointed today to see that members of the CPP, especially the leaders for the political parties, were not even present when the communication started. That shows to me, I would say from an analytical standpoint, that there is either lack of leadership, or there is some kind of confusion, or there is some kind of misunderstanding. And you will come to understand that we go after George Weah most of the times for coordination. I would suggest to them that they coordinate better, and that is something that they need to pay attention to. And I expected all of them to be present there before the speech even started. They should have been present, because that is part of leadership.
And speaking of speaking about the presence, this is something very serious. Yeah, I mean, you talk about the president who came at the end of a message and did not say anything about the previous year and the year to come. And he's going back to what he said when he first took over. And it was a shame that the leaders didn't show up, you know. And I concur with you, Mr. Boley.
You see, these little things, people overlook them, but they say a lot of messages. they speak volume more than even the thing that people say. Presentation is very important, especially the visual presentation, where people see what they see. Most of the time, people believe what they see, especially in our country. Not too many people will sit there and listen to the speech or understand some of the languages people use, especially with the illiteracy rate. But just the body language and the communication message speaks volume. I believe they were not organized today. I believe they were under no pressure to reply today. They feel as though it was not the right time or everybody couldn't be available. So I have a serious concern and recommendation that they should do well next time. Another point on the CPP I want to point out, and I will say this, and Mr. Garley, people should hate me or like me, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter. I care about the Liberian people, and if you're a Liberian, I care about you. Even if you hate me, I still love you. It doesn't make a difference. The CPP need to change. I would suggest openly that they change another thing. Mo Ali should not be speaking or should not be leading the CPP speech and things. Let me say why. Mo Ali is a permanent member, Secretary General of the COP. You don't want to have conflict of interest. Again, that's another optics that has the propensity to link the CPP with the COP when they are two different entities. We don't want to create confusion. We are in the opposition, but we are not stupid. And we want to make sure that things are done accordingly and we set the right precedent. That is my honest advice to them. That's how I see it. That's my analysis. They have other young people there. In fact, as a matter of fact, I would recommend that they get some of these vibrant young women to be part of this thing, to be part of this movement, to promote women's voices so that other people can be the orators, other people can be the MCs or other things for any program they are holding. More Ali should take it back now. That is my honest suggestion to them. I agree. Somebody will say, well, but they are in the opposition. Yes, that's true. But their faces don't need to be on everything in Liberia. They got other young people there as well. That is my suggestion to the CPP. But let's get into the
what do you make of the all response from the CPP headed by His Excellency said the Honorable Alexander Cummins?
Well, I think first of all the CPP, their response today was good. It was good for the country for them to point out some of, like I said yesterday on the show, some of the lies the president projected and some of the big promises without any strategy or any plan to lie to the Liberian people again. And some of the blames the president shifted on global economic problems or whatever it is, just pointing out some of these facts and pointing out the numbers that the president lied about. He was the very first person to do this and to cut down his salary. That is not true. If you look at the budget for truth, that is not true. The president lied about it. And you see, when you say these things, people take it personal. But you see, you cannot use that stage and that occasion to lie to the people, make promises, make your head beat. And I will agree with Ben Servin from last night when he said that the president is overzealous, is making promises that are not realistic. That's true. He made unrealistic promises. And I also want to commend the CPP for the recommendation they made. I want to commend the CPP for the recommendation they made. He made a very good recommendation, But the problem with the government too is, let's be very frank, people will make recommendations to them. They will not take in the recommendation and work on it because you know what? They're not sophisticated enough to be able to do it. They don't have competent people to run with some of these recommendations or to even, apply them. So it makes it even difficult for them. So I would say they did a good job for rebutting the government and some of the lies that they pointed out and projected. I think it's a good thing for the country to point out the facts, especially with numbers and with substantiated resources to be able to say, yeah, these are the facts, and the thing these guys said, they were lying. So I will align with them on that they did a very good job in the rebuttal. They did a good job.
But and one of the things I want to say to the credit of the response from the CPP through Mr. Cummins, he was able to give us facts. He was able to tell the world that CPP as a team disagree with this president. And he didn't use the word I would use. I would say the man is a liar, but he professionally said it was far from the truth. When George Weah said there has not been a single incident about human rights violation, Honorable Cummins was able to give stats. In fact, the incident where a 17-year-old was killed in Kingsville, and this young man was not even part of the protest, you know. But
True.
and he went on to name other things, and those were all facts. But George Weah did not give any facts in his speech. And I think the CPP was on the ball, but my only grief or regret too was they were not there in unison. The heads of the CPP, like the Benanajure of the ALP, the Joseph Boycott of the Unity Party, the Yomli Kongat of the Liberty Party, they were not there. I mean, they probably sent representations, but they were not there. But you have to be there to send a serious message to this boy that this is not a
Yes.
joke. This is not a joke. This is a serious business.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you that the message. You see, there is something that people don't understand. There is force in unity, Mr. Garley. That even up to some of us who are Christians, one of the things that God acknowledges on earth is the power of unity. There is force in unity. When people unite, they can do things. They can do things that might seem impossible. So I will agree with you that they pointed out all these wrongs of the government. Yet we who are in the opposition, we have to be realistic with ourselves. We have to start to provide criticism within ourselves first, so that we can get it right and do the right thing for the Liberian people. And I agree that the updates today was wrong. The parties, all the leaders need to be present, seated, to show. As a matter of fact, I would have wanted them to do it, to split the consultation would have been split this speech, so that every one of them has the opportunity, 5 or 10 minutes, to have a voice, to say something about this. The reason is because it needs to show that these guys are in unison. It needs to show that they are strong opposition. And this is what I would recommend to the opposition, Mr. Garley. I would recommend this openly to the opposition tonight. The CPP. What they need to do now is stop being reactive and be proactive. They need to get serious in 2020. In other words, they need to stop all this press release, immediate release for press. Let me say this. We have passed the stage of the immediate release for press. This government does not understand this immediate release for press thing that they keep doing. They need to get proactive. They need to take to the microphone. They need to go to the studios. They need to ensure that the message is resonating with the people. They are assuring our people. And they need to start doing something to be able to show to the Liberian people, yes, you can trust us with power. You can trust us with this, so that we can move this country forward. All the diplomacy here, they need to slow down with it. They need to get serious. I'll be very frank with you. They need to get serious in 2020. 2019, they sat down, they were too relaxed, and they were making noise among themselves. We are not here for that anymore. They need to get on the feet. They need to get this thing going. They need to get the ball rolling. That would be my honest suggestion. No matter where when we mess up, I want people who probably then they come and say they do rebuttal. No. They need to keep the people abreast. When John Weah laugh today, or before John Weah can laugh, they must come and tell the Liberian people, say, John Weah is about to laugh. John Weah is about to do this. They're about to do that. As long as they have the facts and the information on him. That would be my honest recommendation. No time to say it on the same again. We need to get serious, because this thing that we are joking with, it is getting serious. It is getting serious. I'm telling you. And I heard one of your callers, just to divert a little bit, talking about Nima County issue here. Let me say this, Mr. Garley. It's a strategy that they suspended the Nima County. Let me say this, and I want to predict this on your show. The government will go undercover. The government will seek at the last minute some kind of reform to be able to persuade the Nimalians again. But I will say this to the government: you will not be able to fool the Nimalians. What you did, you humiliated our people. No, I said this to our CDC. I said, do not remove Nimakante suspend Nimakante from the tournament. Don't do that. You are sending a wrong message to the entire nation. You cannot ostracize or keep one country. I agree, if you want to find them or whatever it is, you can go that route. But don't keep them away from the country. It's a wrong strategy. It will backbite them, and it will come to hurt this government. The president will pay for it at the ballot box.
Well, just before we take leave of you, what would be your honest advice now to the COP? Because media is very powerful. When you sit down, and that's why this government is struggling, because they are not making good use of the media. To his credit, our young brother and friend, you might disagree with him on some issues, but this young man was able to single-handedly bring down the government of George Weah through exposing them for the things they're doing, the non-performance. And the George Weah gets up today, the first person he shakes hands with, not the last person he sees before he goes to bed. Henry Costa knows about it, you know, and in rebuttal, they don't say anything. And what you just said is very important. The COP, not the COP, the CPP should wake up and say, you know what? Instead of being proactive, we should be what? We shouldn't be reactive. We should be proactive, and we should hit the ground running. And if only then that they can succeed in terms of moving forward, and to be saying that a serious force to reckon with as it relates to George Weah, because if they don't do that, and then they're heading for self-destruction. How do you respond?
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Garley. That's an important question. And that question falls within the purview of my recommendation for unity first within the CPP. And that includes the COP as well, because you will come to understand that the COP can be looked at as a pressure arm or as a child of the CPP to some extent. Let me say it that way. Some people might not want to categorize it that way, but that is a fact, because the CPP, the COP in itself is not a political party. It's a pressure group or pressure arm from within the opposition. But let me say this.
No, I'm not talking about the COP. I mistakenly said the COP. I'm talking about the CPP. But, you know, until you can realize that you have a problem, you're not going anywhere. The CPP, the leadership among themselves, they have got to realize that maybe we have a little problem, and let us come together and solve this problem. Until they can do that, they will continue to have problems. So they have to first realize and identify the problem within themselves before they can move forward.
And Mr. Garley, that's a salient point, because one of the issues we've had in Liberia over the years is we claim we want unity, but in unity we don't understand that we'll be held accountable, and we have to fix things. We cannot always brush things aside. And I agree with you that what happened today, the imagery, I think this is one of the open press conferences since there was that little misunderstanding between Mr. Alexander Cummings and Benin Ayure. This was a perfect opportunity for them to show to the world. You see, we have been claiming that George Weah and his vice president are not cool. Now, we in the CPP or in the opposition, we see also that there is this little rift that have not gone. Look, this thing has not gone away. Now, I agree with you that they need to identify this problem and they need to talk about it and they need to clear the air publicly. As a matter of fact, the CPP needs to come up with this one document of agreement that they said they would have come up with since last year. They need to stop prolonging this thing. They need to stop prolonging it. They put it on the death and burial of Councillor PP to Ashes, Child Walker Bronstein. Now, we are done with that part by the grace of God. We are in the new year at the end of January. What are they waiting for? These guys, look, Mr. Garley, let me say this to you. These guys, if there will be an option for Liberia, they must get serious. Let me say it to you. They must get serious. We are in the 21st century. Now, I will say this also. If they feel that they will not get serious or whatever it is, then let them lead the Liberian people with their suffering. Let the COP or other group take over. I'm very serious.
Mr. Boley, about this. Mr. Boley, hold that thought. Don't go away. Let me see what is happening here at Information Highway. Letty, are you still there? Letty Brooks, are you still there? People complain about food. They can't find food. You know, Letty, are you there? Okay, I think she. Go ahead, Steve.
So like I was saying earlier, it is important for us to for them to come up with these documents. It is important for them to come up with these documents, first of all, to show that they have finally agreed among themselves and let the public know. People have been waiting. We have been waiting to see these documents, to read them, to understand how they are coming together and what they are going to do for the Liberian people. We understand that they are promoting unity and they're encouraging the president to what they call unity with his vice president and the country. Fine. But the example, they have to be exemplary. They have to show that example for in the CPP. And I agree with you that they need to address whatever problem they have in the COP. And like I was saying earlier, they need to extend the CPP invitation of this unity to the COP as well and bring the COP on board to work for the COP. It is critically important for the opposition. And also, let me say this, Mr. Garley. I've never said this on anybody's platform, but here's the truth of the matter. One of the Costa, one of the Mo Ali, one of the Darius Jino, even Taylor Yuri, these are all children of these guys, of the leaders of the COP. That include Beneda Yue, Alexander Cummins, Joseph and Bwaka, and Nobly Kanga. But here's the thing though, they need to show leadership by calling these guys and say, my children, you let's sit down and discuss, let's strategize. What can we do and how can we work together to move this thing? No, all the small noise, the CPP against this person, the COP against Costa, and Costa against Alexander Cummins, that's a waste of time. In my opinion, it is not important. We got serious issues that we need to address. So they need to call these guys, sit down on the table, let them discuss, strategize, to hold this government feet to the fire, hold this government accountable in unison. And if there's anything going on against them, amongst them within the CPP and in the opposition, they must sit down and handle it in a mature way and do not divide the people. That is the problem we're having.
Now, what do you say to events or culture or culture? Even culture is saying CPP is not yet organized internally. They are having a power struggle. What do you say to him? Openly, I will have to agree with. With my brother. I don't know, my sister or my brother, even Kocho. I think it's a factual statement. We don't have to be within to see. We see for some of us. If you have a problem right now, Mr. Garley, and you walk to me, I don't have to know what kind of problem you have at home or what kind of problem you have in your life. But your body language, your demeanor, the way you go about things, the way you even organize yourself and carry things, especially if you're working with other people, will show that there is no coordination, and the lack of coordination shows that there is either a problem or there won't be a problem. So I agree with this brother that yes, indeed, there is an issue that they need to fix among themselves. These guys are all experienced and older people. They're not young people. They're not like the Mo Ali or Costa or Dillon, other people who are younger. You say they're inexperienced to some extent. These guys have been into higher offices, into leadership for a while. So they need to understand the nitty-gritty of this thing. They need to put away this idea of this person got to be the leader, that person got to be the leader. They need to first of all come to the table and strategize what they were doing, how to hold the government feet to the fire, and be able to coordinate. Even you, Mr. Garley. Do you know that it should be recommended, and I'm recommending openly, that they need to be reaching out to you guys who are in the opposition or who are not part of any political party, at least to enhance some of these messages that you guys are propagating, the facts that you guys are saying to the Liberian people, and educating the Liberian people, staying up and saying, oh, Mr. Garley, you know what I think? No problem. We know that you don't want anything for us, but we'll help you pay your light bill, or we'll help you do this as a compensation to be able to ensure that the message, because messaging is important. Let me tell anybody this thing, especially in this 21st century, messaging is critically important. And so you can't have the government propagating false message and you have you guys making the sacrifices, and these leaders are just sitting. So they need to strategize this year. They need to come back to the table, recollect their efforts and their thoughts, and reach out to some of you guys, reach out to Henry Costa, reach out to all these guys, bring them on the board and say, gentlemen, you guys are our children. Let us have a conversation. Let us move this country forward. You guys are the next leader in line. You guys are the younger people. You guys can run the places we can run. You can do the places go the places we can go. What can we do for us to work together to make sure that this government feet its head to the fire? We're all creating chaos in this country. We're all creating confusion, and we're all leading to war. But at least this government will be held accountable, and we'll point the wrong of this government to our people. I think that's the best we can do for Liberia if we really love Liberia, and if these political leaders want to take over next, because they are next in line. That is my honest suggestion and my view based on the rebuttal they have today. And again, we took the initiative to establish this platform, and we will continue to be here, especially with the help of Emmanuel de Gola, who took time out to say, you know what, Ashford, I know what it takes to keep you guys on the air. Emmanuel de Gola, Beatrice Smith, Beatrice Wilson, I beg your pardon, Theo
You know, all these people like that, uh, Pauline, Maximo, you know, Sanford Rabbits. All these people take time out to go and visit his capture, like Letty Brooks Rabbits, you know, Alberta Dauber, you know, Cyril Way. The names keep coming. James Eric Marshall, Darling Wawu, and Penn. All these people took time out to visit Calgary and say, you know what, you guys are doing such an awesome job. And you also have an extended branch in Liberia at BridgeRadioAfrica.com. You know, the Edmund Yates, the Beatrice the Nameland, and all these people, the Pauline Maximo. And what you just said is the fact. Because you cannot fight this government being quiet. George Weah, to him, he has already arrived. And this guy is so arrogant, he doesn't listen to anybody. You know, he attracts stupid people because he's stupid. Look, I said this before. I said if George Weah was in America, he would have been diagnosed with some type of mental disability. You know, and that's just the fact. And one of the persons that I also blame is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf now is looked up to as a saint. You know, the woman came for 12 years, destroyed the country, stole the Liberian people money, and because of a disagreement with the Unity Party, she gave us George Weah. And look what George Weah has done a little over 2 years. This man has literally destroyed the country. I have nothing against George Weah. He comes to power stealing. Who does that? No light, no water. Hospitals are shutting down. In this day and age, we don't have the working dialysis machine in the country. But this man flies private jet everywhere he goes. He spends $270,000 United States dollars for 2 days to go to Guinea. When you can spend $50,000 for a used dialysis machine to be added to the JFK. People coming from Ghana, Liberian coming from Ghana to Liberia, knowing that they can't afford dialysis treatment. They're coming home to Liberia knowing that they come and die. Our brother lost his mother. He couldn't fly to Liberia because he's on dialysis. Coming to a country that does not have a working dialysis machine, that death trap. So he did not come to Liberia to see his mother get buried. But this man claims that he's the only president that can shake from the waist below. He's the only president that thinks that he can drink the best of liquor. He gets up 10 o'clock, he gets ready, goes to the office at 11 o'clock, leaves from office at 3 o'clock, and go to Jamaican resort and say, let's smoke opium, let's have sex, and let's drink liquor. You got 2 minutes to conclude. Let's bring other people in, Mr. Bole.
Well, Mr. Garley, again, I want to say thank you for the opportunity and always having the conversation about Liberia. This demonstrates our love and our commitment to the issues in Liberia. We can hold the government accountable. I'm one of the person who, in as much that I would like to shift blames or blame other people, I'm one of the person who's very optimistic, and I always look forward to the future, and I look forward to working on the present while considering the past. So I will urge our leaders that it is about time that we unite. Sometimes we don't have to always agree with people, but when we have a common goal that will benefit the masses, then we must unite for that common goal, because it is not for us, it is not about us. We must unite, and we will. In uniting, we will agree to disagree. Truly speaking, there will be some disagreements, but we can still come to the table and be able to do what we have to do for our people. So I encourage everybody in the opposition to be able to take a deep breath. We started a new year and a new decade. If we want the best for Liberian people, We need to stop the hate amongst us first. We need to stop disrespecting each other and the backbiting. And we need to support one another and support the cause and do what is right for the Liberian people. Let's show that we are the alternative from this government. We cannot proceed the way this government is proceeding. That being said, I want to say thank you. And I'm still in the stadium wing here. The beginning just took my wallet. I don't even know what's going on. I'm confused now.
They took your wallet?
I don't even know how to go.
But how they can use, they didn't know how to use credit card in Liberia. They're wasting their time.
No, I got a couple of Liberian dollars here. The new event, they got getting some, you know, and then I have a couple of US in there. I don't even know. So I don't know what.
Wait now, but listen, Terry Choir is saying Costa and Mo Ali, the car broke down at Old Road Junction, and they need someone to please carry some pepper salad and cook for them. They are very hungry. I don't know if you came across them.
Yeah, we definitely, Mr. Garley. You know, right now, I beg you, I would need to walk to the road here to be able to see if I can find Hawa or one of the girls from the opposition so they can use their influences, the guy around here.
I mean, try to find Hawa, but don't go near Celia Ajivon because I get the Hennessy in deal right now, my brother. You can't get anything good out of her right now. If she air right now, she all about the game. She can't wait for the second half to stop. Find Hawa to see. Yeah, because you know how the African and she see if she can connect you to Costa or Mo Ali and want to say thanks to Terry Choir. But if you depending on Celia Ajivon, you on your own.
No, the person that jumped, Mr. Garley, the person that jumped that then I let to hang around because they can get a lot of liquor and some food can be inside.
Okay. I saw Celia in DC on June 7th, and that's small one there. But anyway, my man, thank you. Okay, that was our board, Moses. Let's now go to Sanford Roberts from California. Sanford, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ashford. Good evening, and good evening, everyone. I want to say thank you very much for the efforts applied. I mean, doing very well for our people. Guys on the local radio in Liberia, and we are waiting to pitch in our little cent to support the program. But let me go straight to the issue of the day. I listened to the CPP press release today, or whatever the press conference they had. I think the style of CPP is like the democracy, the practice in America. Liberia does not relate to the kind of democratic party. There are too much diplomatic thing they're doing. Go on radio, TV, even the camera and read press statement, and everybody go home and sit down. I think it's not working. You're seeing the style of George Weah and his people. They're thinking, Weyama, all those stuff then. They're doing those things then like rebel or whatever.
Right.
They're resonating to the community with the people. And they're speaking with force. That's why you see, if you look at the style of Henry Costa, the way he talks, without power, without voice, it draws a lot of attention. So that thing, it creates too much, attention to the people, to the sense that they will understand there is something serious attached to this thing that they got he's so loud about. So I think we need to change our approach. I'm not saying we should go fight the people, but we should attack, like Moses mentioned earlier, that the people should go, CPP should go and identify or even be the first to point out some things before. Like, why Henry Costa should be doing the work of CPP? Okay? Like, these people are supposed to be the one because they are the opposition leader. They will be the one to be president tomorrow. So right. I think they should change their approach. That's one.
Thank you.
Quickly, the issue with Nima Kante. Let me just close on it real quick.
30 seconds, yeah.
The issue with Nima Kante, the Nimbarian should start dealing with their own people in the house. They should start chunking them out, like to show to George Weah that they will be ready when George Weah comes, ask them. Because they will be the same people, George Weah will pass through their own people to come and say, oh, you're forgetting, you're not going to vote for Weah. So they should start with their own people first, who are not in their interest. Start kicking them out. I think that's my only recommendation for them.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. And want to say a big thanks to Mr. Mr. Cotto. Is that no Miss? Because Cotto that woman name. Miss Cotto Balayan. You just send us something through Cash App. Want to appreciate you for that. May God continue to bless you, because without you, we wouldn't be here. And we're only here because we're not in the pocket of politicians. We're not in the pocket of the government of Liberia. We took the initiative and established this platform, and it's because of you we'll continue to be here. Our local correspondents in Liberia will also be here as well. But before we go back to Lady Brooks Roberts, I think we'll have a caller on the line, and he's it's a 267 number 776. Tell us the name of where you call from.
How you doing, brother Garley?
Good. Too blessed to be stressed. Tell us the name.
My name is Bert Dino. I'm calling from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Okay, go ahead. Make your point. You're live on the radio.
Let me take this time to extend many thanks and appreciation to you as a good, very, very good, understanding gentleman from Grand Judah County. Grand Judah and Nima, we are all loaded. But honor your arm brother. If I say honor your arm brother, I mean honor your talk show host.
Yes, sir.
I've been crying today like a baby. When we, the Nibadian, were called hooligans.
Hooligans, yeah.
Of the Republic or in the Republic of Liberia. Nibadian are not against us.
Like George Weah told you to call the people hooligans. Like George Weah. Nobody else. That's what George Weah does.
Nibadians are not violent people. We are peaceful. And for the Minister of Youth and Sports to call we the Nibadians that we have no integrity. Every Nibalian, honor your umbrella, listening to this video tonight, since we the Nibalians are hooligans and has no integrity, we will keep our hooliganism and we will keep our violence in the cup to be open October of this year, and comes 2023. I said the last time on your show, we will go door to door to preach to this government that we are not against us. We are not violent people. We are peaceful and we have integrity in the Republic of Liberia. And let me go forward to say this. I'm not an analyst like Steve, like Moses, who analyze issues. And do other things differently. But for me, I am eye for an eye. Moses' law. Nobody will come to the presidencies of the Republic of Liberia without having Nima County support. If you look at my post today, I said the gateway to the Liberian government is Nima. We don't ask nobody for a cent. If you leave from here and get to Ganta, either 2 o'clock, either 3 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the morning, Mr. Garley, you will find food to eat. You will find food to eat. For men, there's yoga waiting. Who, excuse me for my expression, who works in the United States of America at the human resources, let me say, in group homes. Does he have that integrity if he goes somewhere and started calling another country violent people and gangsters? Does he have that integrity? Does he really learn what he was taught? Does he really learn what he was taught in group home? Because group home is a place where discipline starts. In group homes, when you are working in group homes, those children can come and slap you. But you have to keep that integrity in you, not to touch them. If you touch them, you will be charged for abuse and they will plant you inside for 15 to 25 years. As a minister of the government, if you are calling the biggest county and the biggest gateway
brother,
to the Liberian
you got 30 more seconds. We need to go back on the field of play, please.
Conclude.
Okay.
To call that a dedicated county a hooligan, we are not stupid people, excuse me for the expression.
Yes, sir.
We are not violent people. We are peaceful, loving citizens in the Republic of Liberia. But comes 2023, we will dig up our hooligancy and tell the Liberian government that we are not violent against us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. We're nice talking to you. Let us go back to information highway. Leti, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening. Again, I'm back. I just wanted to make you guys aware of what's at the
okay,
the
hold on. Just before you do that, I want to recognize Kelvin Zeze. Kelvin Zeze just made use of the Cash App, and we want to say a big thanks to Kelvin for the contribution. Koto, thanks a lot. Emmanuel Dukala, we also want to say thank you. Beatrice Wilson, we want to say thanks as well. And we'll also let us say a big thanks to Pauline Maximo. Want to say a big thanks to Theo and Sanford Rabbits, Letitia Brooks Rabbits, Abeta Dobert, Terry Quiet, Sarah Way, James Eric Marshall, and the rest of the folks will continue to just make use of the cash out to make sure we continue to stay it, and that's a good thing. But I want you, before you do that, let me just give this person, it's a 610 number, 803. I'll give them 60 seconds to see what they have to say. Tell us the name of where you call from. Edmund Yates is also here. Beatrice Nimley and the rest of the folks will continue to make our program a success. Tell us the name, sir. Ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Garley. How are you? This is Rebecca calling from North Dakota.
Hey, Rebecca. It's been a long time. I didn't hear from you all last week.
I was watching. I didn't get one to talk because I'm just sometimes just speech there. I don't even know what to say sometimes. No more.
Okay, go ahead, make your point.
My thing is that all the book, all the degree, and the colleges they may went to, only like one English, you know, hooligan, that the only war, you know. Me, I want Lele too. I'm going to go to college for that war. And number two, Joria cannot make it with all Nimarian. Nimarian, that's the wrong place he gone. Okay? The one on the and these people there, me and the Joria business is nothing to play with. I just knew it was just a matter of time for Joria show his real color to who he really is to the people. And also I feel bad. And also I say it's good for them. So they can see the kind of person that they've been supporting and they've been behind, that when you say anything about Joria, they won't choke you until the left get out of you. They see it with the honor. But I want to see that the session 2023 on the ballot board. I want that only people will believe that they really what the war he used on it, that people will really know if they now would came for real. I believe for 2023. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, let us not go around the field with Lighty is standing by. We're all ears, Lighty.
Yes, I just saw that Favor Highly is saying that you just saw some people riding wheelbarrow around the field. I'm not sure what gate he saw that, but I want to also let you guys know at gate 1 we have is Hawa Mezga there. She's saying that there's some people.
Yeah, go ahead.
She's at gate 1 watching to see who the legislators that will come to take bribes from the because there are plenty of people there. So she's watching. She got that gate cover. At gate 2, we have some sugar cane, sweet sugar cane. At gate 3, we have some sweet palm wine. At gate 5, we have some club beer and some hot pepper chicken. At gate 7, we have club beer there also. Gate 9, we have Mommy Put a Pepper. And gate 10, we have sweet palm wine. Don't forget, we have some boiled nuts. And there was some GB at gate 3 as well. So anybody interested, those are the food that we have. But I just have a public service announcement while we're at the food. And with the coronavirus, I just want you guys to know, don't eat and touch other people. Don't be wash your hands, clean your hands, because we've already had that experience with the Ebola. We do not want another case of the virus. So as we have all learned that they found a case in Ivory Coast. So that's right across the border. So please, as you eat and drink and be merry, please be sanitary as well. I thank you, Mr. Garley. I see. I will read a few more comments here before I go. We have Sam Bade. He said Nimba deserved that insult. Okay, maybe not. I'm not going to read that. We have
and Mr. Prince B. William Collins said he killed it because a car broke down.
He's apologizing that he's late for the game because his car broke down.
Okay.
No gas, and a Fuller man. What? The Fuller man told him no gas. So,
wow.
But he's not the only case of car breaking down tonight. So we have to.
So they got several cars that broke down tonight.
The APM terminal for them to for them to clean the port, because that's why we're lacking gas right now. APM terminal sent out a notice to all of the people and the process which they have to follow to curtail the gas shortages.
Okay, stay right there. Let's see what the referee want. They want us to quickly go back to the field of play, but just stay right there. Don't go away. I'll get back to you. Back to the field of play. The ball comes to police brutality. Police brutality to money laundering. Money laundering looks around to weaponization. On to butcher shot for. The ball comes to Drunko, a.k.a. Vavon. Vavon looks around to unemployment. On to hard time. Hard time to shake from the waist below. The ball comes to shaking table ministry. On to drugs abuse. Drugs abuse to Weabola. Weabola looks around to hypocrisy. On to me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I looks around to George Weah. George Weah back to me, myself, and I. The ball comes to secret fencing. On to murder. Murder to statutory rapist. Statutory rapist to retaliation. On to insurrection. To hooligans. That today, George Weah know the people of Nima County are hooligans. George Weah, today you know that the people of Nima County are hooligans. Be careful what you say to the people here. You suspended Nima County for 2 years. You suspended the coach for 2 years. You suspending the team manager for 2 years. That will be in 2023 when we go for election. Joe, be careful what you say. You already know on the good side of your vice president that controls Bunk and Lofa. You think you can win election without Nima County? George Weah. Welcome to Sex for Jobs. Sex for Jobs to mattress on the back. Mattress on the back, the death squad to Johnny Table. Johnny Table looks around to Kumo Jumoku, onto Kukatono. Kukatono looks around, beats one, puts it in the table, the ball comes to Wesuduku. Wesuduku looks around, he beats one, puts it in the table, back to Tia, Johnny Table. Johnny Table to Sex for passing grade, Sex for petting the property. Property looks around to Open T downstairs, Open T beats one to throw on the needle. Will he make it? No, he doesn't. OPT downstairs losing the ball to Bone County. Bone County to bombing the Grand Junior to Grand Crew. Grand Crew to Lofa County. Lofa County to the Margibi onto Sando. Sando beats from it. Puts it up for the team. The ball comes to Grand Cape Mount. Grand Cape Mount to Bassa. Bassa to Mascherado. Mascherado looks around. Oh man. No gas in the town. George Riato Biotuawe, aka Gorena Foster Child, to bring all the money to him. So whether the ship, the people need to be brushed, George Riato does not give a damn. He wants the money. Monster to Nima. Nima beats one, put to the tip, the buck out to Maryland. Maryland to Bakulu. Bakulu to River G. Onto River says, oh man. River said, Lucy, the boat to wasteful spinning. Wasteful spinning to Bradbury. Bradbury to shake your mouth and squeeze your face. AKA King Juice. AKA Jumping Deer. AKA Kiko Dry Gin. Onto Wish Hunt. To Boyo. Boyo to false promises. Onto tribalism. Tribalism to nepotism. Nepotism to hard time. Hard time to unemployment. The book on the border wide open. $5 to cross the border. $10 to cross the border. George, we can't pay border security. You bring other drugs in the country. Because our president is irresponsible. It's all about himself. He doesn't give a damn about the country. The book on the sex for passing grade. Onto selective justice to abuse of power. The welcome to Gorilla Foster Child. Gorilla Foster Child to Koshiako. Koshiako to Leprosy Babon. Leprosy Babon to Large. Large to D-Ho Cover Hole. D-Ho Cover Hole to wasteful spending onto police brutality. Police brutality doesn't make it. The boy is outside now. Let us now go to information avenue where Letty is standing by. Letty, what do you have? Letty Brooks, Roberts, what do you have? Back to the field of play. The ball comes to me, myself, and out to hypocrisy. Hypocrisy looks around to money laundering to murder. Better to statutory rapist. Statutory rapist looks around to retaliation, onto insurrection. Insurrection looks around to provocation. The ball comes to wish hunt. Wish hunt to monkey web baboon draw. Monkey web baboon draw to Boyo. Boyo to country look-alike. Labra is not a country. Labra is a country look-alike. Labra, Jerry is a country, but Labra is not really the country. You have a president who doesn't care about the country. It's all about himself. And as we play the game this afternoon, folks, I'm telling you, let us look at the cheerleading squad, the cheerleader for George Weah, Joy Howard Taylor, Cloud Weah, Piso Sedita, aka Opium stepsister, Safua May Gray, Emma Glasgow, Noah Finabondo, aka George Weah Carry On Bag, Joa Nessie Cassell, Polita Wee, Polita Cowtail Wee, Polita Wawe, Abigail Wisse, Lydia Sherman, Dino Nemo, aka Askren, Mama C. Kaba, that Joia Chinese Choir, they call him the cheerleader, Nimana Pearson. Nimana Pearson, you know, she loves the same set, but what she can do is she can bring that 2-3 together, then Joia kind of, then all of them can start playing Tate together. What kind of Tate they play? Only God one know. Prince Atuklon, Estelle Liberty, Titi Jipro, Yvette Freeman, Mawani Diggs, Joia Travel Package. Then we have Monan Young Blood, aka Ungrateful Cobra, aka Kwara, aka Kwaya, aka Water Bird. Then we have the Cougar, Jemma Water Collie. We also have Madela Cooper, Joia Baby Man, Jackie Appiah, Joia International Travel Package, Josephine Davis, aka Ray Lesser, aka Shopping Sprees. Then we also have, you know, in this day and age, right? Josephine Davis is still using Skin Success. You know, you remember the cream they call Skin Success? They must still using Skin Success in the day and age. But that Josephine Davis, yeah. Hey. Back to the field of play, the ball comes to corruption onto Ungrateful Cobra. Ungrateful Cobra to please pay my way onto Pay Me Weah. Pay Me Weah, beef some put to the timber, the ball on the D-Ho Cover Hole. D-Ho Cover Hole, beef some put to the ball on the corrupt or Opion King Kong onto White Tea Black Hat. White Tea Black Hat to Papa Dream Mama Happy. Papa Dream Mama Happy looks around to Koshiako onto Gorilla Foster Child. Gorilla Foster Child to Leprosy Babon onto Live. Live to D-Ho Cover Hole onto sex trafficking. He's moving deep in out of the field. The back of the police brutality onto money laundering onto borrowing initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be trouble. Borrowing initiative to British Shopper onto Drunker, aka Vavon. Vavon looks around. Will he make it? No, he doesn't. The ball comes to Hard Time. Hard Time to please pay my way. Onto Hunker. Hunker to Weabola. Weabola looks around to Hypocrisy. Onto me, myself, and I. Oh, man. We are into injury stopping time now, folks. One goal to societal ills and nothing to Liberia. Back to the field of play. The ball comes to suppression. Suppression to retaliation onto statutory rapist. Statutory rapist to me, myself, and now the ball comes to Wiabola onto D Ho cover hole onto drugs abuse. Drugs abuse to Drunker, aka Vavon. Vavon looks around to borrowing initiative onto money laundering. Money laundering looks around to Gorilla Foster Child onto Hard Time. Hard Time to flip him away onto Papa Dream Mama Happy. Papa Dream Man to Opion King Kong onto D Ho cover hole back to Pay Me Wear. Pay Me Wear to Corruption. Corruption to Ungrateful Cobra. Ungrateful Cobra losing the ball to Bombing. Bombing to Grand Jida Kande. Grand Jida Kande to Grand Crew. Grand Crew to Lofa. Lofa to Nima. Nima does not want to touch the ball. Nima Kante is walking off the field. Nima Kante is walking off the field. And Nima Kante says she has a plan for George Weah and CDC in October. Nima Kante also says they had a message for George Weah in 2023. You can't disrespect the Nima people like that. They respect themselves. No amount of money. And you think you get Prince Johnson money? Prince Johnson already halfway in his grave. There's nothing he can do to change the minds of the real people from Nima County. The ball comes to Maryland. Maryland to Backwood. Backwood looks around. Will he make it? No, he doesn't. Folks were into injury stopping time. Anytime for another game will be over. One goal to Society Eels and nothing. Nothing to Liberia. I want to see if Miss Brooks is still on the air. If she's not, then we can try to see it. We can now forget to see to see what you are saying. I see Terry. Terry Quiet is saying, but these police not tired. They are running behind Costa on Lane Street. Oh, they're running behind Henry Costa on Lane Street. And I hear Joe is also accusing Henry Costa of telling the field for Nima Kante to leave the field. Everything at Costa in America, you're still lying the ball in. You know, and Raphael Roberts is in Joe having seizures. And we'll also see Oliver Zoka. Nima people are peace-loving people. Yeah, watching from South Korea, he says. Oh, my man Oliver Zoka, welcome to the game. Yes, Nancy Ruth Anderson just joined. Musu Snyder. For me, I am still in Grand Bassa because no gas. And I can see the sign of no gasoline in Grand Bassa. Fatou Badwe Hinan is also here. And she's in VIP with us. Oh, man. Folks, I'm telling you, tonight game is not easy. Prince B. William Collins. Garley with sugar. Nino Milk. I get number one for you. Oh, okay, sounds good. And also she had Mr. Sampi Pro. Sampi Pro is in the building as well. Folks, I see Rosie King Miles is also on the air. And I see Sam Bade. Sam Bade is saying that, let me see what Sam Bade is saying. George Weah, look that car owner, he doesn't care about car breakdown on his and report money. Okay. Folks, I don't want ball. Oh, some people don't want ball. And you know, back then we're growing up. I mean, I feel growing up, but you. You know, some people from Plunkon and Satan area, I'm from Jalatan. We used to go to the ATS and we didn't have money, so we used to jump over ball. So the men now bring the jumping over boating here down to the SKD Sports Complex. Jacob Daniels is saying hello, Ashford. And I see Salamatu Conan. You already know that is why I am late. Yeah, folks. And again, anytime from now, this game will be over. And folks, I'm telling you, want to say a big thank you to all of the spectators, other than folks who came out for this game. And the game has come to a momentary standstill now. And okay, back to the field of play. The ball comes to Bombi County. Bombi County to Bong to Grand Jita. Grand Jita looks around to Grand Crew. Grand Crew to Lofa onto Mark-Gibi County to Sando. Sando looks around to Bassa. Bassa to Montserrado. Montserrado back to Maryland. Maryland to Bakpolu. Bakpolu to Grand River G onto Riverside. Riverside loses the ball to Statutory Rip. Statutory Rip to dictatorship. Dictatorship to Lies. Lies to Hooligans. Hooligans to Human Rights Bills onto wasteful spending. The ball comes to racketeering to blackmailing looks around back to racketeering to economic sabotage to bribery to shake your mouth and squeeze your face, shake your mouth and squeeze your face, aka jumping deer, aka King Jules, aka Kiko Drajang. The ball comes back to witch hunt to boyo onto false promises to tribalism looks around to hard time to unemployment to nepotism looks around to sex for passing grades to selective justice, onto abuse of power. He make it, no, he doesn't. Folks, that's how we come to the end of the game today. And just before then, we want to say a big thank you to our many sponsors who, in fact, showed up here today and showing us some love. Mrs. Letitia Brooks Rabbits. And we also let us say a big thanks to the rest of the crew here. I see Koto Balayan. I also see the Emmanuel Dicula. Emmanuel Dicula is a hard-working young man. I see Sinful Rabbits from California. Beatrice Wilson, Beatrice Smith, the rest of the folks who continue to contribute. I see Theo. I also see Pauline Maximo. You know, Sinful Rabbits came back for the second time again, and he did what you had to do. Despite the fact that Sinful Rabbits is contributing financially, he's also contributing via the microphone as well, and that's a good thing. I better double. I see the Terry Choir, Cyril Wade. I also see the James Eric Marshall. Thank you so much, darling Warwood, and Ann Penn is also in the building. And I also see the Lama Shepherd. Damn it, the name plate is now. Jerome Jaye. We also see Patient, that Terry Quiet again. She came for the second time. And we see Dr. Mariah Satan. She's also appearing here tonight for the second time as well. In terms of contribution, Mr. Oluju Greer, Mr. Alvin Pennant. Alvin Pennant is also here. Mrs. Maria Powell Rogers. How can we forget you? Beatrice Smith, Edmund Yates, the lady that in fact opened the door. Edmund Yates is here. I want to say a big thank you to all of you folks. I'm telling you, I hope I didn't leave anybody out. Until then, if I can get Lexi to come, if she can't, then folks, the game has ended. 1 goal to Societal Ills and nothing to Liberia. I want to say a big thank you to Hawa Mesgard, Celia Adjuvan, the rest of the crew, Jacob Daniels, Emmanuel Dokulot, a hard-working man who's here every now and then to help make sure our game come your way. And Prince B. Williams Collins, want to say a big thank you to you, Asik Kamara, and the rest of the crew, Salamatu Connect. She said she ready late. You're not late, my sister. Welcome to the show. It's better late than never. You know, some people, same party. And folks, tomorrow we'll be here with a fresh, brand new edition of the program. Ashford got a lot. I'd like to say a big thanks to Mr. Steve Bowley, who came and say what he had to say. Our brother from Iowa. I want to say a big thank you to you, Nima Kande, brother from Iowa. And we'll also love to say a big thanks to my sister, Mrs. Letty Brooks Ravage, for your contribution. You know, you could have been someone else, and the rest of the folks who took time out tonight, you could have been somewhere else tonight, but you took time out to join us in bringing you this political soccer game. Until then, please allow me to borrow the wordings of the wise man. Tough times don't last, tough people do. The height of a man is never known until he rises, and there's no second chance to make that first impression. Don't see okra and swallow bone, because you can't hide your nakedness from bathing bucket. When God bless you, don't see that medicine. This has been yours truly. Trust no shadow in the dark. This is the brother who doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than the lion. That's why they call him the giant. That now you know me, Garley. As for the giant, that now you know me, Garley. Have a good night.
Kaya Kaya Musha, le grand boss in a Cape Town. Adolphe Muteba Chilamina. Michael Jackson. Ginguya. Gunther. Kabente Confi Eka. Radio Voltage 2. Yo. Yote. Keba. Chantal Lomba Superstar. Big Master Njuka Bogos. Dédoninga Liberté Nangako. Master Njuka. Oh Lobatro. Oh Kosatro. Oh Kokobosa na kombo na ngaite. Oublie mon nom. Manipulateur.